The first thing we're going to do is multiply polynomials. It says find each product. What does that word product mean? The answer to multiplication, right. So, when you have a number or anything sitting outside of parentheses, what do you do with that? But what's the property? Correct. And the distributive property is multiplying. So, you distribute the 6 times the m. What's 6 times m? 6m. Let me make that a little bigger. And then you multiply the 6 times the negative 6. What's 6 times negative 6? Right. Can I subtract those two terms? Why not? They're not like terms. 6 has an m beside it. 36 does not. They're not like terms, so you're done. That's the answer. Okay, now let's look at number 3. First, I distribute the 4 times the 2x, and that makes a 8x. Then I distribute the 4 times the 2, and that makes a 8. And then can you actually add 8x and 8? No, because this one has an x, this one doesn't, which means they're not like terms, so you can't add them, you can't combine them. Number 5. Okay, watch. Isn't there, if this is an m to the 4th, this is an m to the 1st, okay? So when I distribute 8m to the 4th times 5m to the 1st, first, just worry about the numbers. What's 8 times 5? 40. And what's m to the 4th times m to the 1st? M to the 5th. Whenever you multiply letters or variables that are the same, you add their exponents. So 4 plus 1 is 5. Now I have to do 8m to the 4th times 4. 8 times 4 is positive 32. And then m to the 4th has nothing to multiply by over here, so you just bring it down, m to the 4th. Can you add those? No. Even though they both have an m, they're not the same type. This one's m to the 5th, this one's m to the 4th. He's like higher class than him, so they don't want to combine. Yeah, because it didn't combine with anything, so it just stays m to the 4th. Okay, number 7. Pay attention. 2 times 3k is 6k, and 2 times positive 7 is positive 14. Can you add those together? No. Number 9. 5n times 5n is 25n to the 2nd. Because think about it. Aren't both of those n's raised to the 1st power? And when you multiply an n times an n, what do you do with their exponents? Add them. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now 5n times negative 8 is negative 40n. Because the 5 and the negative 8 make the negative 40, and an n has nothing to multiply by, so it just comes down. Okay, I'm going to give you just a couple of minutes to do the right side of this page, and then I'm not going over them in detail. I'm just going to write the answer so you can check to make sure you did them right. So 2 to 3 minutes max on the right side of page 1. Okay, go ahead and look up and check 2, 4, and 6 so I can go down the page. If you have any questions, you need to ask. Like if you got it wrong and you're not sure what you did wrong, ask and I'll go over it. Yes? This one? Because when I distributed the 4a squared times the negative 2, 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. A squared has nothing to multiply by, so it just comes down. Does that make sense? Okay, once you've checked those, go ahead and turn to page 2. Okay. Yes? Okay, so watch. 8 times 7x squared is 56x squared. 8 times negative 8x is negative 64x. And 8 times negative 8 is negative 64. Can any of those be combined? No, they're all different. This one's x squared, this one's x to the first, this one has no x at all, so they're not like terms. You can't combine them, so that's the final answer. Does that make sense? Okay, number 13. You're going to be lost, and there's a quiz coming Friday. Yep. 7 times 7n squared is 49n squared. Remember, you're multiplying. 7 times 7 is 49, and then there's only an n squared, so you just bring it down. 7 times negative 5n is correct. And 7 times 1 is positive 7. Can you combine any of those? No. So we're done with 13. Yes, we will get to some today that can be combined. But these cannot be combined. Okay, number 15. First, I distribute the 8x squared times the 5x squared. Just take your time. What's 8 times 5? What's x squared times x squared? X squared. Right, because you add the exponents, and 2 plus 2 is 4. Now you do 8x squared times 7x. What's 8 times 7? Positive 56. And what's the x squared times the x to the first? X cubed, right. And then you do the 8x squared times 1. No, 8x squared. And then you can't combine them because even though they're all x's, they're different types of x's. This one's x to the fourth, x to the third, x to the second. So you can't combine them. All right, number 17. I didn't. Number 17. What is 8x times 5x squared? Right. What's 8x times 3x? Squared, right, because don't both of those have a 1 as their exponent, and 1 plus 1 is 2? What's 8x times 3? 24x. And then none of those can be combined because even though they're all x's, they're different types of x's, different degree. X cubed, x squared, x to the first. Okay, number 19. If you feel really confident, let some other people answer, okay? 3m squared times 5m squared is? If you feel really confident, I'm not confident. 15m to the 4th. 3m squared times m is? 3m to the 3. Right. Because this one has a 1, and so the 2 plus 1 makes a 3. And then 3m squared times 3 is? 9m squared. Okay, I'm going to give you a few minutes to do the right side. Okay, for this one you should have got 14x cubed minus 2x squared minus 10x. Okay, for the next one you should have got 14r to the 5th, 16r to the 4th, plus 6r cubed. That's what you should have got for 16. 4x squared plus 12x plus 4. Number 18. Okay, and then number 20. Let's close the window. It's too windy. Oh, no. Go close it. Hurry. Number 20. times a trinomial.
Binomial times a binomial.
Correct. On the next page we have a binomial times a binomial. So for the first one, just watch. First, you need to distribute the 7b to everything over here. Okay, so what's 7b times 7b? 49b squared. What's 7b times negative 7? B. Okay, so now I'm done with the 7b because I distributed it to both of those and it made this binomial. Now I have to distribute the 6 to both. What's 6 times 7b? Positive 42b. And what's 6 times negative 7? Negative 42. So now look, on this one I have some terms that can be combined. 49 squared will just come down, 49b squared. But look, aren't both of these terms in the middle both just b to the first power? So when you add them, you don't mess with their exponents, you just add their coefficients. What's negative 49 plus 42? Negative 7b. And then minus 42, and that's the final answer. Okay, so go ahead and copy it if you didn't already, and then we'll move to 23. What? Number 23. The first thing you have to do is you have to distribute the 7a times the 8a and the negative 4. What's 7a times 8a?
56.
Right. What's 7a times negative 4?
28.
Negative 28a. Okay, now you have to distribute the negative 6 to everything over there. What's negative 6 times 8a? Right. And what's negative 6 times negative 4? Positive 24. Because it's a negative times a negative. Now we're ready to combine like terms. 56a squared has no one to combine with. It's the only a squared term up there. But this one and this one are both a to the first. When you're combining them, you no longer mess with the exponents. The exponents just tell you what can be combined. All you mess with are the coefficients. What's negative 28 minus 48? Negative 76 and an a. And then plus 24. Okay, number 25. First I have to distribute what? Right, the 2a to the a and the 2a to the 1. What's 2a times a? What's 2a times 1? Correct. So now I'm done with the 2a. I distributed it to everything over there. Now what do I have to distribute to everything? Right, 3 times a is, and 3 times 1 is 3. And now I'm ready to combine like terms. The ones in the middle will combine because they're both just a to the first. So I have 2a squared plus 5a plus 3. What? Okay, number 27. First, I have to distribute the 4x to everything in that binomial. What's 4x times 7x? 28x. And what's 4x times negative 8? Oh, yes, sorry. And what's 4x times negative 8? Right. Now I have to distribute the 8 to everything over there. What's 8 times 7x? 56x. And what's 8 times negative 8? Negative 64. And now we need to combine our like terms. That one and that one can combine because they're both just x to the first powers. And so 28x squared just comes down. What is negative 32 plus 56? 24x. And then minus 64. All right, 29. First, I distribute that 2n to everything over here. What's 2n times n? And what's 2n times negative 4? Right. Now I need to distribute the negative 1 to everything over there. What's negative 1 times n? And what's negative 1 times negative 4? Positive 4. So now I will combine like terms, which are the middle ones, because both of those are just n to the first power. And I have 2n squared. What's negative 8n minus 1n? And then plus 4. Okay, I'm going to give you a few minutes to try the right side before I put up the answers for you to check. Okay, for number 28, you should have got 8k squared plus 27k minus 20. And then for number 30, okay, any questions? No, I mean not all of it. Yes? Okay, go to the next page, page 4. So we just got done with binomial times binomial. Now what are we doing? Binomial times trinomial. Alright, watch me do the first one and then I'll give you time to copy, okay? But you need to watch because it's not any harder, it's just more steps. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute the 5x times everything over there. Just like before, it's just that now there's 3 things over there to distribute to. Okay, remember, I'll give you time to copy if you just want to watch. 5x times 4x squared is 20x cubed. 5x times negative 8x is negative 40x. And 5x times negative 4 is negative 20x. But then, just like before, I have to distribute the other part of this binomial to everything over there. Now watch how I'm going to do this so that it's easier at the end. Negative 4 times 4x squared is negative 16x squared, right? And this should have been a squared. I left it off. So shouldn't I go ahead and write that up under the other x squared term because I'm going to combine them? Okay? And then negative 4 times negative 8x, isn't that positive 32x? Well, I'm going to write it up under this other x term. And then negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. So now that I'm done distributing, now when I get ready to combine like terms, it's easy for me because I lined them up as I went. There's nothing to combine with the 20x cubed. For the x squared, you have a negative 40 minus 16, which is negative 56x squared. Negative 20 plus 32 is positive 12x, and then plus 16. Remember, when you get to the combining part, you're just adding and subtracting, and you only combine the coefficients. You don't do anything with the exponents. The exponents just let you know what can be combined. Okay, like these are both x squared, so that means these can be combined. These are both x to the first, so these can be combined. Okay, write that down, and then we'll move to 33. Stop. I'm about to start calling out names, and then I'm going to send a parent email and say, you might want to watch this video tonight. Yeah, they sure can. You can hear who the teacher's getting on to. I'll make sure I let them know. I know. I'll make sure I let them know what time they can fast forward to hear it. Okay, are y'all done copying? Okay, let's try the next one, number 33. Okay, for number 33, the first thing you need to do is you need to distribute the 3n times everything over there. So what is 3n times 2n squared? 6n cubed, right. What's 3n times n? Positive 3n squared. And what's 3n times 4? 12n. So now I'm done with the 3n because I distributed it to everything over there. Now I'm going to distribute this negative 8 to everything over there. What's negative 8 times 2n squared? And I'm going to go ahead and put that right up under this other n squared terms so that when I go to combine, it's easy. What's negative 8 times n? And what's negative 8 times 4? Right. Okay, so now that I line them up vertically like that, when I go to combine them, I can see that 6n cubed and minus 32 don't get combined with anything. They just come down. How many n squareds do I now have? Well, 3 minus 16, which is negative 13 n squared. And then 12 minus 8 is positive 4n. Okay, number 35. First, I need to distribute that 5m to everything in this trinomial. So what is 5m times 6m squared? 30m cubed. What is 5m times 3m? And what is 5m times negative 7? Right. And so now I'm done with the 5m because I've distributed it to everything over there and it made this trinomial. Now I need to distribute the 8 to everything in that trinomial. So what's 8 times 6m squared? And since it's an m squared, I'll go and line it up under that one. What's 8 times 3m? Positive 24m. And what's 8 times negative 7? Negative 56. Okay, now it's time to combine, and since I lined them up like I did, I can see right away that 30m cubed and minus 56 are going to stay. They're not combining with anything. But now I have m squared, and there's 15 plus 48, which is right. And then for my m to the first powers, I have negative 35 plus 24, which is negative 11m. Yep, you are. Number 37. Okay, number 37. The first thing I need to do is distribute the 7m to everything over there. And that will become what? And then minus 42m squared. And then plus 56m. So now I'm done with the 7m because I distributed it to everything over there. Now what do I need to distribute to everything in that trinomial? So negative 1 times 8m squared, negative 1 times negative 6m, and negative 1 times 8. What will they get? Positive 6m and negative 8. And now I'm ready to combine like terms. So the 56m cubed just comes down. It doesn't have anybody to combine with. Then you have how many m squareds? Negative 50. With negative 42 minus 8. How many m's? 62m. And then minus 8. Your homework is to finish this page. Remember, we're using the pink sheet that I just gave back. You'll just start on the back side. So page 4, finish it. That's your homework.